FRG Ministry presents the Catholic Influencers podcast. Join me, Alyssa Aegis, and my co-hosts,
Father Rob Galea
and Justine Cumbo,
as we break open the upcoming Sunday Gospels and discuss relevant topics and life issues from a Catholic perspective. For a shorter, more reflective explanation of the Gospels, be sure to check out our sister podcast, Catholic Influencers, Father Rob Galea Homilies. Well, hello and welcome to this very exciting bonus episode of the Catholic Influencers podcast. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to our brand new co-host, Justine Cumbo. Woo! Yay, insert all the claps.
Hey everybody.
So good to have you with us, Justine.
I'm so thrilled. Really, really excited.
Awesome. And for those who don't know me, my name's Alyssa. I'm one of the co-hosts as well of this podcast with Father Rob as well. So my guess today's episode is for our listeners to get to know a little bit more about you, as I'm sure they're going to get to know you throughout the rest of this season.
Very exciting.
It's going to be good.
Yes.
We've known each other for a little while.
Totally.
My first memory of you was at university, maybe 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
I know.
But we were in Italian class together.
We were.
And I think we were working on a project and I overheard you say something about Matma. And I was like, this person's Catholic. I can talk about Catholic stuff with you.
I just remember sitting in lectures. It was philosophy, politics and economics. Like, could you couple any more boring subjects together? And I was so glad I had you because we would always sit at the back and it was like some English lecture and we were like, what the heck?
And I actually had a different subject to that, but I changed. I think I'd met you in the first week of uni and I changed so I could be in a subject with you.
Wow. That's really beautiful.
Yeah,
kind of creepy now that I know, but you know what? Let's gloss over that.
But we got through that semester.
Yes, we did.
So I guess I know you, but our listeners don't. So could you briefly introduce yourself? What do you do when you're not co-hosting
Good
Catholic
question.
Influencers?
Well, I have a full-time job, so that's a good thing in ministry, but I'm generally human. I really, really love the outdoors. I'm a summer babe, so like I hang for the beach, so would totally get pneumonia and frostbite if we tried to do that today. But I'm missing the beach, but I love going hiking and I love going adventures with people that I love. I have a full-time hobby of eating food.
Yeah.
I'm Maltese, so that's essentially our only culture. Like we don't have a traditional dance, we just eat. Like that is our tradition. So I love to eat. I don't know how to cook, but
I'm the same. Oh my gosh, we have more in common.
Yes, I definitely put chicken salt on fish once and just thought, you just put chicken salt on things, right? Don't do it. But I'm an auntie and just loving life, not in lockdown.
Yeah, well, speaking of lockdown,
yes,
we've obviously been in this world pandemic for 18 months or so. Did you learn anything about yourself during that time?
Totally. Many, many things about myself. I think I learnt that I was not created to stay indoors. That's for sure. But what did I learn? I think I'm a very as soon as I get up, I'm on and I'm kind of, what's the next adventure? What's the next thing that I'm going to do? And so it was definitely an opportunity to just stop because sometimes I think I can just default to rushing about. But I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned that it's okay to not be okay. I know that's a bit of a cliche, but just to lean on people and support, and really that I cannot imagine my life without God because far out. Lockdown was hard.
It was
not going to
hard.
pretend, but yeah, learned a lot.
Well, it's good to see you out of lockdown attire today. We're both wearing jeans.
I know.
It's very exciting.
I'm very suffocated. I feel like my legs can't breathe in pants. But it's good to be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of podcast, what was your reaction when Father Rob gave you the call asking you to be on the podcast?
Wow, I thought Malta was calling. I was like, who is this Maltese? Nah. It was random. It was so unexpected. I think I was doing something very boring, like on my way to grocery shopping or something. But I was just really thrilled. I was really honoured to be asked. I was a long-time listener of the podcast, so have always enjoyed it. And I think I was just really humbled and kind of at peace with the idea because I think it's just yeah, it's so important, and it's going to be such an exciting journey. So
We are super excited to have you. I'm just so excited for our listeners to hear your heart, and you're such an inspiration. And I'm just so super excited.
watch
But I
out,
wanna know-
world.
I know. but
Strap yourselves in.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to, like, about being part of this team?
Honestly, just unpacking the Gospels. I think that it took me a really long time to open up my Bible. Like, what a shame, but it's alive. And the fact that it's, something I get to dedicate time to every week to just unpack the scriptures and let Jesus speak through them, but also learn the historical context and let it come alive in me and just hear other people's insights. Far out. Like, it's going to be cool. I'm really excited about the curveballs. I'm excited about, what God's going to do through it. So,
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's get to know you a little bit more. So if you were stuck on an island and you could only take 3 things with you, what would they be and why?
Okay, so I find this question very stressful and highly impractical because I don't think any 3 items will ever save your life. Like 3, really? So look, if that's the case, I would say my Bible and then a cheeseburger and chocolate, because you may as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to die anyway, so I may as well have a cheeseburger with me going down.
I love it. So we're all musicians on this podcast. Father Rob sings, plays a bit of guitar. I sing, play a bit of piano, and I know you sing and play a bit of guitar as well. And she's got a beautiful voice. She's really good. Who's your favourite? Do you have any musical inspirations, or who's your favourite musician or favourite song?
Yes. Look, it would totally have to be Beyonce. I feel like her range is like impressive. Love on Top, her key change.
It's a really hard song to
Oh my
sing.
gosh. She rivals Mariah Carey. Like, I think Mariah Carey sings so high, she almost sings out of her ears. But like Beyonce, and when Crazy in Love comes on, like, I'm up.
It's the tune, isn't it?
I'm up. It's my anthem. So yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, on another level, favourites. Who's your favourite saint and why?
Ooh. I would say that I have a little bit of a personal connection with Mary MacKillop. Mm-hmm. This high school that I went to was actually on the same grounds on which she walked. So she built a baby's home, so like a refuge for mums who fell pregnant outside of marriage, so to keep the babies and support them. I reckon she was just raw and real. Like, Mary MacKillop knew, I think she just loved the Lord so much that the fire in her belly was to just be in the midst of mess and people's mess. And I'm so inspired by that. Like, you just look at the spaces and places she went to take Jesus to, and they were always like places of poverty, or, she set up a Providence as a refuge in the red light district. Like, that was pretty crazy for her time. And I love that about her. Like, she was just fearless in her pursuit of Jesus and loving other people with Jesus' heart. So, yeah, and she's a Melbourne girl.
Yeah.
So, born on Brunswick Street. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finish off with a quick little lightning round. So you don't have to explain the answers to this, but just real quick.
All right.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Yeah, he had to say that. We've got Gozy. Tea or coffee? And if it's coffee, what's your coffee order?
Oh, coffee and a magic.
A what?
It's called a magic. It's 2 shots of coffee and just like a splash of milk.
Okay.
Well, a bit more than a splash.
Cool.
A puddle of milk.
Netflix or YouTube?
Ooh. YouTube. Netflix is too complicated. I get stressed and I give up.
Macca's or KFC?
Macca's, cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Laundry or dishes?
They're the worst options in the world. Laundry.
Yep. Working alone or working in a team?
Team.
Going to fit right in here. That's very good. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Yes.
Hello.
City or country?
Ooh. City during the week, country on the weekends.
Good answer. Rosary or Divine Mercy Chaplet?
Divine Mercy.
Call or text?
Text.
Instagram or TikTok?
Totally Insta girl.
Music or podcasts?
Music.
And morning or night person?
Morning.
Yeah, great.
I'm asleep by like 8:30
So
p.m.
nice. Well, I feel like we have to record all our podcasts in the morning.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Well, thanks so much for spending this time with us today, Justine. Our listeners, you guys are in for such a treat this season. It's going to be amazing. If you want to connect with us, please be sure to do so on Instagram at CatholicInfluencers_. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/CatholicInfluencers, Twitter at CathInfluencers, youtube.com/FRG Ministry, or you can send us an email or a welcome note to Justine at podcast@frgministry.com. And we'll see you next week for the start of season 1. So excited.
Get ready. Thanks, everyone.